Capital. The Nats won a 2-1 nail-biter against the Giants last night. And today, quite a pitching matchup. Stephen Strasburg and Madison Bumgarner in Game 2. Rain has stopped, sun trying to come out, and it's starting to look like a really nice 4th of July in D.C. Clint Robinson, what a story, last night's hero. Ian Desmond tight on the defense late in the game. Bryce Harper was on base 3 times without having to swing the bat. So it's Game 2 against the Giants today, and a pitching matchup that looks like the best of the weekend so far. So as Bryce gets his work started, so do we. Welcome to our booth. Bob and FP, happy 4th of July, everybody. Have a great, happy, and very safe weekend, by the way. And the world champions are in town. Giants are scuffling a bit. They've lost 4 in a row, 19 of their last 31. But you still get a little extra spark in the ballpark when you're playing a team that has accomplished what they have the last 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, the defending world champions, they travel well, so the ballpark packed with Nats fans, a lot of Giants fans here in the atmosphere last night. Friday night at the ballpark, defending world champs. Just a great baseball game last night here at the ballpark. And it looked after Buster Posey hit that solo shot off Gio Gonzalez, who was fantastic, by the way, last night, that it might be a tough loss for the Nats. The bats have been quiet. All of a sudden, Bryce Harper with a great walk. Clint Robinson comes up, hits a home run to ignite the crowd. They were waiting for something to cheer about all game, and then Drew Storm comes on, and everybody in the ballpark with a deep exhale as Drew Storm gets his 24th save, and the Nats win 2-1. Great ball game, great atmosphere at the ballpark. We're expecting much of the same here today.
Clint's first home run at home. So Gio doesn't walk a batter for the first time this year. His last couple of starts, very stingy, 0.64. Clint finally goes deep at home. That was great. And Drew Storm right there among the league leaders with number 24, even though he hasn't had that many opportunities lately. And it's always good to know that you can win a tight ball game against a good ball club, because hits were hard to get last night, and you play clean baseball, things work out.
Well, the key to that game was the top of the 9th when Ian Desmond made that play. Yeah. And Ian Desmond was the sneaky hero of last night's game with his gloves. So you got to play great defense. You got to do the little things on offense, pitch well. I mean, all the cliches, but they did it against the Giants last night.
All right, and another cliche, great pitching matchup. We say it a lot, but Madison Bumgarner, defending World Series MVP. It's not as hot as it was the last time he had to pitch in this town. And then Stephen Strasburg has been so good upon his return.
Yeah, Bumgarner's Bumgarner. Try to say that fast twice, but he is. I mean, he's an October kind of guy, and he's had some good outings this year. Hasn't had a whole lot of run support from the Giants. His fastball's been good as it's ever been. His curveball, he's been going too early. As you look at last year, 2014, and the Giants in every even year seems win the World Series. So this is an odd year. Thanks for coming. Somebody else is going to win the World Series. So, yeah, we'll watch those highlights. San Francisco going crazy. They're getting used to the rings. And, they have a small ring from 2010, a medium ring from 2012, and an extra large ring from 2014. I've seen them all. But like you said, Stephen Strasburg, his last 2 starts, has been as good as we've seen him. He's online. It's a free and easy, effortless 96. His fastball the last 2 starts has averaged 96 miles an hour. And, velocity, I don't think the big story. Just by the way he's going about it, throwing the curveball for strikes. There's some deception in the fastball delivery. You remember before the disabled list with the injury to the ankle in the back, the fastball was getting hit around a little bit. The last 2 starts, he's been throwing the fastball by people because he's hiding it a lot better. We'll talk about that a lot today.
And with runs not coming in abundance these days, the pitching is what's carrying the Nats. Strasburg in his career against the Giants, 3-0 with a 3.10 ERA in 5 starts. Bumgarner 2-3 against the Nats, 2.60. And he was the only pitcher the Nats beat in the playoffs last year. Here we go. Should be great on the 4th. Brought to you by PNC Bank, for the achiever in you. And by Ocean City, Maryland. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at OCOcean.com. Well, you name it, whatever the monument, whatever the building, looking great. Hey, look at the stars on the uniform numbers today for both the Giants and the Nats. Little holiday garb here for both ball clubs, game 2 of this series. By the way, with their win last night, the Nationals have now won 10 of their last 13 ball games. They're back up to 8 over. Mets won. They stay 3.5 up on New York. Braves won. They stay 5 up on Atlanta. As you might expect, got a lot of on-the-field pomp and celebration on a day like this, and a big crowd is gathering as the weather has cleared. It looks great in the district right now, and right now we're going to present our colors on the field on the 4th of July at Nationals Park.
Please rise as the United States Navy Ceremonial Guard presents our nation's colors. Please remain standing as we honor our country with a performance of the Star-Spangled Banner. Ladies and gentlemen, the breakout star of Pitch Perfect and this summer's record-breaking Pitch Perfect 2. And currently starring in the world premiere musical, Dear Evan Hansen, running at Arena Stage July 10th through August 23rd. Ben Platt.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched, we're so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Baseball today, the sun has come through, the rain has stopped, and we're going to start at about 11:20 here at Nats Park. Michael A. Taylor will be in the leadoff spot today. He's in center field as Denard Span gets the morning off. Interesting to say morning off, didn't it? And then Escobar will hit second and third. Bryce Harper hitting third in right field. Wilson Ramos in that cleanup spot today. Then comes Clint Robinson with a 2-run homer last night. Danny Espinosa will be at second. Ian Desmond at short. And then Tyler Moore in left field today. And Strasburg goes in the mound this afternoon. And for Bryce Harper, he's having a whale of a year. .337 batting average, career high 24 home runs, 58 driven in, and 26 multi-hit games for the ball club.
Well, you look at his heat map there, and there's just not a place except down and away that he hasn't pummeled the ball. Here's a home run last year, upper deck, just busted. I mean, and you know, Bryce is just a guy that is a complete ball player. We have talked about him so much over the course of his career, early career. Now he's become so complete, Johnny. Defensively, his arm, his batting average, and then all the power categories. He's amongst the top 3 in every power category in the league. So, and he's become a leader, just the way he goes about his business.
And the Giants have got a guy you'll see in their lineup today who hit a home run last night. That's the guy you got to worry about, the cleanup hitter. That's Buster Posey. Blanco and Paddock and Duffy before Posey, who had the home run last night. He's on a 9-game hitting streak. Brandon Belt, Crawford, Lawless, and Maxwell and Bumgarner will be on the mound this afternoon for San Francisco, trying to even up this series. But Buster Posey, the batting average of .304, 9th best in the National League. And during this 9-game hitting streak, he's 14 for 33.
Yeah, and that fastball down last night, he carried it out there to right center field, just busted it, and he is one of the best hitters in the game, no doubt about it. .308 lifetime batting average, MVP, batting champion, the leader of this ball club. He doesn't have any weak spots either. You better keep it out of the middle of the plate. But with 2 strikes, he's a totally different hitter. He's going to go the other way. Very tough guy to strike out. They say that he's just a natural-born leader, and he certainly led this ball club to 3 world championships.
14 home runs, 57 RBIs, a slugging percentage of .504. Interesting thing about Buster, because you go way back with him, back to Albany, Georgia, from your hometown.
I do, Johnny. He lives about 8 miles from me in Leesburg, and when he was in high school, I saw him play, and there were so many scouts there, and he was drafted like in the 39th round or something, way back, the last round, because he was committed to go to Florida State, and there were just teams that knew that he wasn't going to sign. He would have been a high draft choice then. He was a shortstop and pitcher back in those days, but I told Jim Bowden, who was the general manager here, that he was the best young player that I had seen. It's not because he was a Georgian or Albanian.
You weren't biased there, were you?
Man, he could flat out play, Johnny. I mean, he threw about 95 off the mound, and when he went to Florida State, he played 7, 8 different positions down there. Great player.
That's going to take care of us from here at Nats Park. We're going to send you upstairs to Bob and FP. First pitch is coming up. Great pitching matchup. Steven Strasburg against Madison Bumgarner. Stick around.
Game, the halfway point of the 2015 season. Nats have played 80 games. They've won 44 of them. And Matt Williams not above doing some housekeeping in his own dugout. It's been known to get a little wet and a little flooded down there at times after some heavy rains. And the skipper taking care of the deck right now for the Nats sailing ship as we go into this one.
I spilled some syrup on the counter here this morning, Matt.
You clean up after yourself. You're not in the clubhouse anymore. Let's go to Dan Coco to set up some more pitching info for today's game. Dan.
Bob, good morning. The Nationals starting pitching was expected to carry this team this year, and after a little bit of a rocky start to begin the season, they've really been rolling the last couple weeks. Over the last 14 days, a 2.05 ERA from the Nationals rotation. That's the best in Major League Baseball. Walk totals also very low. Who we got here? That's Jose Lobaton. Wishing everyone a happy 4th of July. Walk totals very low. Best in the majors as well at just over a half a walk per 9 innings. That's incredible stuff. And we've talked about their number of starts with 2 or fewer walks, best in Major League Baseball. They're also keeping the ball in the ballpark. 0.45 home runs per 9 innings. So they're not walking anyone, giving the free passes. They're keeping the ball in the ball yard. These National starting pitchers have done the job. Steven Strasburg looking to keep that rolling today, Bob.
Yeah, a couple of weeks ago, the overall staff ERA was flirting with 4 runs a game. Now it's almost down to 3.5. That's how good these guys have been since the last homestand started, and then the road trip, and now the boys back home again. Strasburg on his way in, 11 straight series against the West. How about that? The Giants 12-7 against postseason teams this year, but they've had a problem beating the other teams that they're supposed to beat. Ian Desmond. He's always had great career numbers against the Giants. Came into this series .340. That dropped a bit last night, but he made a significant contribution, a couple of them, in the 9th inning with his glove and his arm last night. Clint Robinson. What a story. And, you know, FP, what he did last night earns him a start against a left-hander, Madison Bumgarner, today.
Well, it's a tough assignment for any left-hander against Madison Bumgarner. But the big hit last night, 1 swing of the bat, 2-1 lead. And it looked like Buster Posey's home run might stand up. And like I said in the open, a great game here at the ballpark last night.
We're going to throw out the first pitch as soon as a Nat comes out to catch that first pitch. In the meantime, they're going to check the baseball to make sure there's nothing on it. You want a nice, clean, mud-rubbed baseball for the first pitch of a game on a holiday.
Are you suggesting that a member of our military would doctor the baseball for the first pitch? Is that where you're going?
I'm just telling you, the umpires have their eyes on everything. They don't miss anything out there.
You never cease to amaze me, Bob Carpenter.
Either that or they're just going out to have a chat and kill some time, and I think it's probably the latter, not the former. So a big crowd gathering. A lot of folks, of course, still coming in. Start of the game delayed because we had some pretty heavy rains in the ballpark. It was kind of a drizzle about 2.5 hours ago, and then it got really heavy for about a half hour. The system moved on through. We've got a window of baseball opportunity here, and hopefully the game goes off once it starts uninterrupted for the rest of the day.
I think we're officially on Steven Strasburg time at the moment.
And I think, yeah, maybe this was not a first pitch. This was one of our military officers waiting for Steven Strasburg to come visit him. And here come the Nats. So not really a first pitch, but a bit of a handoff here. And the Nats take the field with a record of 44-36. They have won 7 straight at home, 23-14. Against the West, they're 6-2. And the ball club rolling pretty well thanks to the great pitching. Giants still hitting the highest in the league at 270. Joe Panik, career against the East, just fantastic. He's the 7th leading hitter in the league at 312. He has a 379 on-base percentage. And this young man, about to embark really on his first full major league season, has really been a revelation for the Giants. Matt Duffy solid in the lineup right behind him. So it's a ball club that's got some veterans. They've got some building blocks for the future. Here's Strasburg.
Well, fastball, curveball changes the arsenal. And stay with me right here. Opening day, his first start of the year, I should say, fastball averaged 94. The last two starts for Strasburg, the fastballs averaged 96.6 and 96.2 miles an hour. So we talked about the improved mechanics, the landing spot, staying on line, throwing through the target, really reaching to the glove, and not being a max effort guy. Well, in not being a max effort guy, the fastball has went up a whole 2 miles an hour since his first start of the year. And we're seeing lots of swing throughs on his fastball, something we didn't see early in the season from Steven Strasburg. Set the defense behind Steven on the 4th of July. More Taylor Harper, the outfield. Desmond Escobar left side. Espinosa Robinson right side. And Wilson Ramos behind the plate.
Yeah, Michael A. Taylor, Denard Span gets the day off. Morning game after a night game. And a tough left-hander. Home plate umpires Will Little. Phil Kazee over at first. Jerry Davis, the crew chief, John Hirschbeck, is at third base. So happy 4th. Here we go. Glad you're starting your day with Major League Baseball, just like we are. And then a whole lot of activities around the D.C. area on this special day.
Our nation's capital, 4th of July, baseball. Does it get any better than this? Here we go.
That Curly W attached, and that'll be a perfect day. Gregor Blanco to lead off. Angel Pagan not leading off today. It's Blanco who's hitting .319. First pitch of the game. We're underway at 11:24 a.m. And a fastball up 0-2.
Well, that's what we're talking about. Early in the season, you know, a lot of early contact on the fastball from Strasburg, and we've been seeing that right there. 95 elevated, and opponents can't catch up all of a sudden. And there's some deception in the delivery with that glove flying right at you right there. It's tough to get to.
Bouncing ball right side. Clint Robinson to Strasburg. First out of the game, right side of the infield. 74 degrees at game time.
And we talked about it last night. The Giants offense, don't sleep on them. They're leading the National League in hits with 753. Batting average 270. They ranked second in on-base percentage at 328. So what Gio Gonzalez did to them last night was very impressive. This team will grind out at bats. They're not going to strike out. They're going to do all the little things on offense to beat you with 2 strikes. So tough assignment here for Steven Strasburg.
3 of their first 4 batters have on-base percentages of 375 or better. Blanco 383. This guy Panic at 379. The cleanup man Buster Posey at 375. Michael A. Taylor just cruising to it. 2 down. I think this crowd was ready for baseball. They're in on every pitch so far, and it'll be Matt Duffy here in the first. Nats had a huge crowd here last night. Another sellout. 41,693. Considering the published capacity of the ballpark is 41,341. Pretty impressive.
Standing room only tickets have been going big time the last couple of weeks.
Outside to Matt Duffy, who's hitting right-handers to the tune of 318. Facing Strasburg for the first time. And Duffy in full hack mode on 2-0.
But that's a good example of what we're talking about. 2-0, you're sitting dead red, you're gearing up, and you're late on the fastball.
That had some good run on it to the inner half of the plate.
Had some good jump on it late. Like that too.
97.
I mean, why is that big? If Steven Strasburg qualified, his 369 opponents' batting average on balls in play would lead the majors I mean, this is a guy that historically has been tough to put into play, but because of mechanics, injuries so far in the 2015 season, it hasn't been the case.
Two-two pitch.
And you see the adjustment he's made and where he started in his delivery, the hands around the belt. You know, what does that do? It keeps you relaxed. If you have your hands up around the curly W where they used to be when you start, that's a tense shoulder. Now you have your hands down by your belt, your arms are relaxed. So now you're not starting out. It'd be like a hitter with a tight grip on the bat. Now he's relaxed. It's a nice loose shoulder, and you can see how free and easy it is.
And he bolts the fastball to the outside edge, unreachable. 1-2-3 for Strasburg. Madison Bumgarner, the other half of today's pitching matchup. Nats go to work against him in a moment. .56, 6 in the league, but third in runs, fourth in home runs. Number 80 came from Robinson last night. Michael A. Taylor has 5 homers, one of them over his last 22 games, but he's hit .288 during that time, driven in 5 runs, and he's been scoring like crazy. So 19 games, 22 games, pick it out, whatever stretch you look at. Michael A. getting it done for the Nats, and he gets to lead off and get a bunch of ABs today. Bumgarner, 2-3 career against the Nats.
He has 5.5 strikeouts per walk, 5th highest in the National League. Here in the win, his last start on June 28th against the Rockies. 7 2/3, 5 hits, gave up 2 runs to the Rockies, struck out 8 through 100 pitches. And oh, by the way, he went 2 for 4 with a home run, his second of the year. He can hit.
The guy has 8 career home runs. 8th career start against the Nats with a 2.60 ERA. Taylor facing him for the first time. And he goes deep to left. First pitch of the game, and it is gone. The first firework of the day. 1-0 Nats.
There goes the no-hitter on Independence Day. A bomb to left fielder. The left field on the first pitch of the game. A bomb from the left fielder last night. Out of here on left field today. And that's how this one starts. Happy 4th of July, Michael Taylor.
Bumgarner's been giving up some home runs this year. That's 12. League only hitting .230 against him, so get him when you can. And Escobar lashes one out to center. Going back, Blanco. It's off the wall. Bounces away from him. And Escobar cruising into second base.
Madison Bumgarner
a home run or not.
He's having big-time flashbacks right now.
Oh, yeah.
You remember a couple of years ago on the 4th of July, he gave up 3 home runs to the Nats. First pitch of the game, home run. That one close to a home run. And I think Escobar thought he got him. Because the way this ball carried him, it could have been a triple. And watch this ball kind of kick funny away from Gregor Blanco. And Escobar was kind of cruising in for a double right there. If he turns on the Jets, it's an easy triple. But a nice swing, and the Nats have come out hacking against Madison Bumgarner.
2 pitches, 6 total bases. Harper 3 for 9. Bryce in the number 3 spot today against the lefty with Ramos the cleanup man. No need to swing at that. That was Michael A. Taylor's second leadoff homer this year. Nationals with 5. How about pop out of the leadoff spot, his 6th of the year. And now he's been on base 19 of his last 20 games.
Oh, look at the bat. We got some patriotic action on Bryce's bat today. Stars on the shirt, stars on the bat, star in the batter's box.
Heading for the bullpen. It's 3-0.
Who needs a fireworks show tonight? You're seeing it right here in the bottom of the first inning.
Number 25 for Bryce. RBI total shoots up to 60, and the game couldn't start any better.
Oh, my.
This game did start at 8:24 Pacific for the Giants.
I feel bad if you're late to this one. If you got stuck in traffic, sorry.
Next up, Wilson Ramos. That was Bryce Harper's second career homer against Bumgarner.
5 pitches, 10 total bases.
Strike 1 to Ramos on a breaking ball. So the Nats have hit 82 home runs on the year. This is game number 81. Ramos tees off. Base hit to left.
This isn't just anybody on the mound for the Giants. This is one of the best left-handers in baseball. And the Nats have come out swinging from their heels. There's the leadoff home run by Michael Taylor that I got so excited about. I didn't know where he was playing today. And then Bryce Harper
hit it right on the stars.
Think about using the Stars and Stripes bat again.
Pretty pumped. That was Bryce's first home run in 12 games. And up in the zone for a strike to Clint Robinson is Bumgarner. Clint faces him for the first time after being the offensive hero last night.
I mean, just to give you an idea about the Bryce Harper home run, left-handers 12 for 61 off Bumgarner this year, 197 average. But what I'm taking from that is there's only been 61 at-bats from lefties against Bumgarner this whole season. Lefties just don't play against this guy. He's a big crossfire guy. He steps toward the first baseline, throws across his body, and is a rough at-bat for any left-hander. So most managers give their lefties a day off when you're facing this guy. Bryce in there. He goes deep. 3-0.
44th extra base hit for Bryce Harper. 2-1 to Robinson. And he'll get under that one. Got a pretty big piece of it, but Maxwell calls. Ball drifting out towards center field as he makes the grab for the first out.
Pretty good hack. Well, we haven't had time to set the Giants defense, but here it is. Lawless, Blanco, Maxwell the outfield. Crawford, Duffy left side. Panic Belt right side. And Buster Posey played first base last night, behind the plate today.
A rough trip for the Giants so far. Swept at Miami. Beaten in Washington last night. Behind early today, Danny Espinosa from the right side hitting .304. 4 career hits against Bumgarner in 13 at bats with 2 walks.
Well, a lot of times as a leadoff hitter, you'll sit in the clubhouse and you'll say, I'm swinging at the first pitch today. And you'll think about it for a few hours. Sometimes you're walking up there and the idea pops into your head. But I would say most of the time it's premeditated. I'm going to jump on this guy early. And Bumgarner's a guy you don't really want to get to 2 strikes with. He's got the nasty curveball slider combination. So Michael Taylor's setting the tone for the day by getting on the first pitch, riding it out of here, and giving his team a 1-0 lead. I like it.
Oh, to the count now to Danny Espinosa. Crowd once more. That'll turn him around on a heater inside. Danny claiming to his dugout. The ball hit him. No call by Will Little. And they're going to have a look in the clubhouse.
I think Danny would be the one to look at here versus the replay. Where'd it get him? Or did it get him? Hard to tell. Maybe if we have some audio and you can hear 2 sounds, that would be the best way to tell. And I think Matt said game on. Let's go.
No challenge to counts 1 and 2.
I'd like to see a player one time say, no, Skipper, it didn't get me. Let's go.
And then Bumgarner dropping that one into the dirt, blocked by Buster Posey. Another off speed taken by Danny, and the count's full. It was 0-2. Three years ago, didn't work out well. Gave up 3 home runs. 4th of July, 2012. Espinosa on a ball away, hits it to center. Gregor Blanco under that one for the second out. Not one batter's been cheated in the box so far. Healthy Hex by the Nats. When they score in the first, 22-5, scoring first. Wow. 21 games over 500. Nats won that game 9-4 back on July 4th, 2012. Eddie and Desmond swings over that one.
Now, we talked about Desmond's defense last night. Made a great play in the top of the 9th inning. Joe Panik hit him a one-hop bullet at shortstop, and I think in a one-run game might have been one of the sneaky keys to the Nats win last night.
Absolutely.
Kind of a top spin one-hopper. He gave with it up the middle. You know, he gets on. Who knows what Matt Duffy's doing? Maybe he bunts him over. Buster Posey next. So. And he also hit the ball hard a couple of times last night. He lined out to right his first time up, hit a one-hopper to third his last time up. So even though he went 0 for 3, it's not always in the box score when you contribute to a W.
He's had his share of success against Bumgarner, 5 for 15. 0-2 pitch, and he gets him there. And that'll do it for the Nats in the bottom of the first. Loud start to a holiday. First pitch of the game, Michael A. Taylor, his 6th of the year. Escobar doubles high off the wall. And then Bryce Harper, look out, bullpen guys. There's a laser coming at you. 3-0. Time this year. They've won the previous 4 against the Pirates, the Yankees, at Arizona, and the Braves. And STG takes us inside some numbers here. Best all-time records on the 4th of July. Now, bottom line here in D.C., 6-4 all-time. Expos Nats 33-19.
Yeah, 6-4 is Americans. The rest Canadians.
I mean, we've seen walk-off wild pitches to give Nats a win on the 4th of July by the Cubs' Carlos Marmol a couple of years ago. That was after they just stood there and let Jason Worth steal 3rd. So we've had some crazy things happen on this holiday. And Steven Strasburg, 12th pitch of the game, 10 strikes. He faces Buster Posey, who has 5 hits and 13 career at-bats against him, with a walk, but 5 strikeouts. Buster hitting right-handed pitching to the tune of .315. And a bouncing ball. 9-game hitting streak stalled for at least 1 at-bat today. 4 in a row by Steven Strasburg to start the game.
Members of the military, first responders, and government employees, including public school teachers, can receive up to 30% off Nationals tickets when verified through GovX. This special ticket offer also includes up to a $10 credit to be used on food, beverage, or merchandise. Maybe even a Bob Carpenter scorebook inside Nats Park. To be verified and purchase these special tickets, go to nationals.com/GovX.
Thanks for the plug, and on that one you are right for the first time. Outside ball 1 to Brandon Belt, who didn't start against Gio last night. 27-year-old first baseman. Had a good World Series for the Giants last year. Had 8 hits, couple of RBIs. He had 5 hits, a homer, and 2 batted in against the Nats in the division series. And he's 1 for 6 career against Strasburg. Danny Espinosa's in short right field. Foul ball goes the other way, 2-1. And in that marathon game 2 against Tanner Roark, Brandon Belt lifted that homer into the upper deck. Swing and a miss, and quite some heat. 96 from Strasburg. Brandon had a rough season last year, on the DL 3 times. Only played in 61 games, but he saved his best for the postseason, like the Giants usually do. He had a broken left thumb and 2 concussions. 3-2 with 1 out. And Strasburg misses. A rare walk by a Nats starter. Brandon Crawford will be next. A left-handed hitting shortstop, 3 for 9 career against Strasburg, with a base on balls. Checks in at 267. Inside some more numbers with STG. Talking about the control of the Nats pitchers. 16 consecutive games now walking 2 batters or fewer. Giants have done it way back in the 60s.
The 1920 New York Giants.
How about that list?
1933 Reds. So pressure on Steven Strasburg. He can't walk anybody else. Well, one more.
Outside, 1-1 to Crawford. Commemorative bases on Independence Day. I guess the Nats decided to touch all of them in the first inning a couple of times.
4 bases twice on the 4th. You know, also with this new online approach for Strasburg, where his landing area is the same and it's, you know, he's staying closed, more relaxed. He has more confidence in his fastball. And I think,
wow, that's close, in out. Brandon Belt didn't get back, and Wilson Ramos guns him down.
not an easy play with a left-handed hitter up there. Wilson Ramos, very impressive. Watching Brandon Belt wander a little bit too far, and he goes behind Brandon Crawford. And a good tag by Clint Robinson. They put the play on, but the key to that play was Ramos clearing himself from Brandon Crawford in the box. That's a play you see with a right-handed hitter up there mostly, and maybe, just maybe, Crawford blocked off Brandon Belt's vision to get that pickoff in there. That was nice.
Now a breaking ball for a swing and a miss. So with the count going to 1-2, Ramos picks off a runner. Strasburg gets his second inning-ending K of the morning.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Washington, D.C. native Emmanuel Burris.
Yeah, from the Northwest area, just about 3 miles from here. Grew up, and he's home. How cool is that? 3-0 Nationals. Head to the bottom of the second. It's time for your T-Mobile tweet. Tweet your strongest fan photo using hashtag NatsCouchCam, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast that is brought to you by T-Mobile.
Moore, Strasburg, Taylor, 8-9-1.
There he is. Those are cool. I want to party with that guy after the game. And he said, all right, let's do it. I'm in.
Outside, 21st pitch for Bumgarner. 14 strikes. Tyler Moore, 8 for his last 27 over 10 ball games. Number 8 spot kind of unfamiliar to Tyler. Michael A. Taylor's been there most of the season. Trying to get some things turned around against Bumgarner. He's 0 for 10 career against him. 2-0 pitch. And he has a good take. Ball cutting under his arms there. 3-0.
Mercedes-Benz on the pitch track. Interesting that he went 2-0 slider to Tyler Moore right there. Might give you an idea of what he's thinking about his fastball today to the number 8 hitter.
Tyler thought it was low. So did some fans over on the first base side.
Well, that's the old 3-0 automatic strike. Good frame by Posey. Got the call.
Target in. It went to the other side of the plate as the catcher reached for it. Moore couldn't reach it. Count goes full. And Tyler Moore pops it up right side over the Nats dugout.
Hey, interesting deliveries from both pitchers today. Bumgarner, a guy like I talked about already, crossfire, shows you the back of his jersey. Big guy, a lot of tilt in his fastball, but the 3/4 release. And then Strasburg with the new mechanics we've been talking about, how he kind of throws his glove right at you now and stays closed a little bit longer than he used to. So two guys that are big, throw hard, and have some deception.
Tyler Moore rocks one foul left side. Nice play. Good pick, Kate.
I mean, this that's a rocket.
In between hop, too.
Stayed in there tough.
Sorry, KD. Well done. 3-2. Tyler Moore can't get that one at 94. Bumgarner now 2 consecutive Ks.
Here's kind of what you're seeing, sort of, if you're in the batter's box, but watch how he turns his back to you, kind of hides the ball to the last second, and steps right toward the first baseline, throws across his body. That's why you don't see many left-handers playing against Bumgarner, and it's tough enough right-handed.
Strasburg, 0 for 15 this year.
It says 6'5", 235 for Bumgarner, but there's no way that he's 235. I mean, he's a well put together 6'5". 250 if he's a pound.
Right in there, 2-1. .64", 230 in the box against him here. Target away. Strasburg takes it that way with a good hard contact swing, and it's 2-2.
Steven will tell you he likes to hit off lefties way more than righties.
Drops a breaking ball on him, strikes him out, 2 down.
Just a reminder, as you enjoy a cold one or 100 today, to look forward to Miller time later in today's game. That's brought to you by Miller Lite. I wonder if it'll be the first pitch of the game. We'll see. And I wonder if Michael Taylor is going to get a first pitch fastball again for Madison Bumgarner. I'm going to say no. If he gets one, it ain't going to be in. Oops, he's going in there.
Misses high.
It was the 4th shake. Buster Posey put down slider. Then he put down fastball away. Then he put down curveball. And he said, no way you want to go in the same spot you went in the first pitch of the game. And he did.
One ball, one strike. Michael A. Taylor now going Denard Span on us. On base 19 out of 20 games. Span's been on 23 games in a row. Gets the day off today. And that's too far inside, 2-1.
And he's going Denard Span with the leadoff Tater. Denard has 2 this year. Yunel Escobar has 1, and I think Yunel Escobar's was on the first pitch of the game against Cole Hamels.
That's perfect on the outside edge. Counts even.
Starting to mix it up a little bit more. Bumgarner getting a good feel for the slider. Started that one off the plate. Ran it back right down the middle. Good pitch.
Got a breaking ball to the left side for Matt Duffy. Taylor always makes it close. The Nats go 1-2-3. So Bumgarner's retired 6 in a row. Strasburg has faced 6 batters.
Disabled list 2 outings ago. Steven Strasburg threw just 4 changeups, but in his last outing, he upped that to 18 changeups. And Strasburg said after that start that he's just been getting a better feel for the changeup lately. It's kind of tied into his mechanics coming back around. He told me the other day that he can't try to manipulate the changeup. The key is keeping the same arm speed and just throwing the heck out of it. He said once you throw a few good ones, you get a sense for it, and it's easier to repeat. He knows that the key is working off the fastball, but that changeup can be a major weapon for him.
Thank you, Dan. That's Dan Kolko with our Coons.com sideline report. When you're talking cars, you're talking Coons. Right now, you've got a pitcher-friendly strike zone going with Will Little out there. This is the rookie, Ryan Wallace, first major league at bat, and it's a ground ball to Robinson. Inside the numbers with STG. First 10 starts, 3 and 5, 6.5 ERA. Last 2. Couple of wins, the great ERA, the league getting under 180 against him, and they're swinging and missing 26% of his pitches.
And that's the big one I'm taking away from that. That just didn't happen early in the season. And I always marvel at the Steven Strasburg changeup. Number one, because it's 90 miles an hour. And number two, you know, as a hitter, it's the toughest pitch to hit. It's the toughest pitch to pick up when you have good arm speed. And number three, I just can't imagine holding a ball as light as I can and then trying to throw it as hard as I can. So when you talk about the mechanics of a changeup, the grip, and letting it roll off the end of your fingers and having the same arm speed as your fastball. I mean, imagine at home right now grabbing a baseball, holding it as loose as you possibly can, and throwing it as hard as you possibly can.
Line drive and unreachable for Danny Espinosa. Justin Maxwell, the former Nat, gets his first hit of the series. Just enough into right center. Down to the great hitting pitcher, Madison Bumgarner. One sacrifice bunt this year, 8 hits, 2 homers, 3 RBIs.
It's a large human in the box.
8 career homers and 34 batted in. So right now it's a silver slugger race between Bumgarner and Max Scherzer. Bumgarner hitting for more power. Scherzer one more hit. This guy can hack.
Jose Fernandez can hit. And I'm sure I'm missing about 5 or 6 guys.
Max swing of the bat great this year. 9 for 38. .96 and a strike 2.
So Chris Heston with the Giants is hitting .250. Scherzer's second and Bumgarner's third.
No swing. Phil Cuzzi down at first base.
I think if you're third with 2 taters, you're in the lead.
Yep. Bumgarner swinging a miss on 82. I tell you, these two guys are nasty pitching each other. Bumgarner got Strasburg with a breaking ball. Strikeout number 3.
Yeah, the only thing bad about coming with a reputation as a good hitting pitcher is you're going to get pitched like a position player. I just going to lay him in there for you. You saw the nasty curveball from Strasburg to Bumgarner. Way out in front, he was guessing number 1. He got number 2.
Gregor Blanco started the ball game with a ground ball to Clint Robinson. Escobar on the grass at third. Justin Maxwell 1 for 2 in steals. And Strasburg, we showed you that graphic. Definitely swing and miss type stuff today.
Yeah, Blanco in the middle of a 10-game hitting streak, 17 for his last 36 coming into today, 472 average.
One count, medium lead by Maxwell.
Gardner threw the fastball 58% of the time his last start, 72 so far here early. And what I was talking about last inning is even last year, whenever Steven Strasburg would have his fastball hit hard, he would go to his curveball and his changeup and stay away from his fastball. In his last 2 starts off the disabled list, with the renewed confidence in his mechanics, his health, and his delivery, we've seen his fastball get hit hard on occasion, and he goes right back to it and doesn't run from it and start going curveball, changeup. And that, in and of itself, is, to me, the difference in Strasburg in his 2 starts off the disabled list. Velocity up, swing and miss up, all that stuff, but confidence in this fastball way up.
97 upstairs.
And it's a pitch that, quite frankly, he would lose confidence in the past. Ever since the Tommy John surgery, it wasn't triple digits anymore. As soon as a couple guys had a line drive here, line drive there, he started searching for other ways to get guys out and would get away from it. It got hit hard a couple of times in Philadelphia, and he went right back to it 4 or 5 times in a row off of some well-hit baseballs.
Runner at first, 2 outs, top of the 3rd. Strasburg working with a 3-run lead and a 2-2. An offer by Blanco, who holds up. Panic on deck. And an important 3rd inning pitch coming up here.
And this is a count where before he'd throw a changeup or maybe even a curveball 3-2. And he's thrown a couple of fastballs by Blanco in this at-bat and his first at-bat. And we'll see what he does here at a full count.
Maxwell on the move here on a 3-2 pitch.
See, he's having trouble getting to it.
Two again, runner moving, and that was close. Second walk of the day. 2 on, 2 out now for Joe Panic.
See the look from Steve McCaddy. He's wondering what Will Little saw in this one. And Steven Strasburg wondering too. And you see Ramos's glove kind of going with the sinker. Pitch track had it right in the bottom corner.
And he's been given the low strike so far, but not that time. Panic, fly ball to center first time. 0 for 2 career against Steven. Represents the potential tying run here early in the game. Late for 95.
Is that a bit of a quick pitch right there? I don't know that I've seen him do that before. Barely came set. We've seen Tanner Roark do that a lot over the last couple of years with a runner on second base, almost a slide step. Barely came set. Tried to quick pitch Joe Panic right there at 95.
That one is well outside. 2-1. Becoming a long inning, 20 pitches so far here in the 3rd. Out of play.
I mean, just read swings. We talk about it all the time. There's so many Giants and hitters counts today. 2-0, 0-0, 1-0, 2-1 right there for Joe Panik, sitting dead red, and they're late. And hopefully we can show you some good illustrations of why they're late. And I think it has something to do with his delivery and the way he's hiding the baseball all of a sudden.
Crowd getting into it now on a 2-strike count, 2 outs. Third inning. Target on the outside edge. That's where it went. And a rocket to Desmond manages to keep it close and feed it over to Espinosa. Giants have stranded 2. They all had hits first time around. Escobar, Harper, Ramos, your Nats do ups.
Nationals head to the bottom of the third inning. It was a 3-run first. How about a little wake and rake? Michael Taylor, first pitch of the game, gone, 1-0. You know, Escobar said, hey, Michael, that was a good idea. I'm going to try the same thing, except for I went to the deepest part of the park and had a lousy double. Bryce Harper, home run number 25. You see the bullpen celebrating, so, yeah, definitely wake and rake for the Nats. And those have to be maybe the best jerseys they've ever had. You like the blue ones better or these?
I'm always for the home whites.
I don't know. Blue ones are hard to beat, but the stars and the numbers. Bryce's bat that he's working today, very festive. If you missed it first time up, check out Bryce's bat. It's an American flag, basically.
Yeah, he hit a high-flying flag out of here first time. Even though it was a line drive that cleared the bullpen fence.
Gloves
by
check.
Maybe 8 or 10 feet.
Bat check.
Look at that.
Is that the bat or a flag behind him? Oh, it's a flag behind him. Look at those numbers. Come on. 340, 25, 60, 467 on base percentage.
So 25 home runs, and as mentioned earlier, today is the halfway point of the season. So you do the math.
He's on
RBI
pace.
total up to 60.
He's on pace to hit 200 home runs, if my math is right.
That'll be a big second half. I'm thinking all-star team when I see that 34. So Bryce now 4 for 10 career against Bumgarner with 2 home runs, 3 RBIs. And he pulls it on the ground to Joe Panik. Bryce busting it down the line, 2 outs. Wilson Ramos is next. He had a base hit after the Harper home run. But since then, it's now 8 straight for Madison Bumgarner.
I want to pair those batting gloves for the cookout today after the game. I think that would work, don't you?
Team store probably has some of those.
Light some fireworks with those on, maybe not burn your fingers.
A left-hander settling in. Ramos 3 for 9 career against him. Goes the other way, hits it sharply. Good pick by Brandon Belt. So that's 9 straight by Madison Bumgarner. Into the middle innings we go on the 4th. 4th coming up. 3-0 Nats. Flag waving on this 4th of July. What a day in D.C. and what a start for the Nats today. We go to the 4th. Steven Strasburg, 46 pitches, 28 strikes. He's only given up 1 hit, that little flare by Maxwell over the glove of Espinoza last inning. Matt Duffy struck out swinging first time. Capping off an 11-pitch, 9-strike first inning. 96 outer half. Duffy, then Posey, and Brandon Belt for the Giants, who lead the National League in batting average at 270, second highest in baseball. And Strasburg just throwing some darts right now.
He starts mixing in that curveball for a strike. Look out. I mean, the fastball first time around has been good, but he starts throwing the curveball for a strike, and you have to respect it as a hitter with 2 strikes, and he starts expanding the zone with it.
Had him reaching for that breaking ball. Ian Desmond has it. Guns to Robinson for the first down.
So just kind of give you an idea of what you're seeing as a hitter the best we can. You see the hands down low. And watch the stride and how he's hiding the baseball. Look at him keeping his front shoulder closed. So now you don't know where the ball is. It's going behind his body. And now he's going to throw his glove at you. Go ahead, guys. Let it roll. And the glove's going to come at you first. And then the arm trails right behind the glove. So with the new mechanics staying on line with the stride, keeping his front side closed, and then throwing that glove at you, there's deception involved with the 97 all of a sudden. When he was flying out of there, spinning toward his own dugout, he's showing you his chest. He's showing you his numbers, the curly W on his chest. What does that mean? Well, now I can see the release point much better as a hitter because he's wide open. Now he's not wide open. That front shoulder's staying closed, and the arm's coming at the last second nice and quick. So here it is, real speed, and what you might be seeing sort of if you're a hitter. Look, and then the arm comes out of nowhere late. If you spin out with your front side, you can see that whole arm. It's almost like hitting off a pitching machine in a batting cage. It's not the case anymore. That's the difference in the mechanical adjustments he made on the DL with Steve McCatty, and the Steven Strasburg compensating for ankle, back, shoulder early on in the season when everybody's crushing the guy. Now he's got it straight. The mind's right. He has confidence in his fastball, and hitters aren't picking up the fastball.
He went changeup, breaking ball to Posey. Then the 1-2 pitch. Ran that fastball in on Buster's trademark. Good fielding crowd today. Nice play by a Giants fan.
I always use Nathan Eovaldi as an example. He's having a nice season for the Yankees. But he's a guy that threw 98, didn't have the greatest secondary pitches, but he was a long arm delivery guy. And you get to the big leagues as a hitter because you can hit 98. So if I'm seeing it long and I can get back, it's easier.
Posey with a hot shot to Danny Espinosa. 2 outs on the ground. In fact, 3 in a row now for Strasburg, who's on a pretty good rhythm here. And he faces Brandon Belt, who he walked first time up.
He's doing the wave all by himself. I think his name is Carlos. Uh-oh.
Shortstop and catcher with Strasburg. A short confab there.
A little stretching going on. Got Matt Williams' attention.
Target outside.
This is the out to Buster Posey. Grabbed his side. Did you see that? And Matt Williams come out of the dugout.
Then he threw one more pitch, and it doesn't look great.
That's the oblique region.
Steve Gober, the Nats assistant trainer, out with Williams and McCatty.
That's one you don't mess with. He said side is just the side a little bit. Every pulled oblique that I've ever seen in baseball as a player and as a coach or a broadcaster has started with a little cramp, and everybody says they're okay. They usually take one more swing, and it's a month. I saw it with Carlos Beltran the other night with the Yankees. He was hitting against the Angels, took a swing, said, I'm okay, stayed in there. He's on the disabled list now. So this is one of those things where be careful.
Now Steve McCatty doing the talking. And of course Tanner Roark's going to get up in a situation like this. 56 pitches so far with 2 outs in the 4th.
See, they're talking this over because you don't even want to take a practice pitch right now to see how it feels.
They're taking the ball.
Now this is smart. This is very smart. And having a pulled oblique before, some they come on quick. It's like someone comes up from behind and shanks you. And some they start with a little cramp and you think you're fine. And the next thing you know, you rip it and you're out for a month. So better to be safe than sorry, especially when Steven Strasburg is as locked in as he has been since he's come off the DL. And let's hope he's okay and they caught it early.
56 pitches, 36 strikes. Tanner Roark will take over. So the line's complete on Strasburg. 0-1. This hitter, Brandon Belt, will be credited to Roark. And so Strasburg, of great concern to the Nats, leaving the mound after 3 2/3, giving up 1 hit, no runs, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. Tanner Roark, a guy who can go 4 or 5 innings. He'll get all the time he needs here to get warmed up, and as concerned as you can be when your ball club's up 3-0.
So this is 3 pitches before he came out. So the second to last pitch to Buster Posey. A little something going on there in the oblique region above the belt. So this is the next pitch, the one we already showed you, the ground ball to second with Buster Posey. And he felt it again, and let's just hope that's something you can treat before his next start, and he's okay.
Game's in the hands of Tanner Roark now. The guy who's done a lot of starting, done some long relieving this year. 2 outs in the 4th. Nats lead 3-0. Keep your fingers crossed. Without the expressed written consent of the Washington Nationals. So Matt Williams and Steve McCaddy having to make a decision to get Steven Strasburg out of the game. Tanner Roark still warming up.
I see the arsenal for Tanner Roark. 2-seam fastball, slider, curve, changeup. Fastball go anywhere from 92 to 95. He'll sink it, he'll cut it, he'll throw it straight as a 4-seamer. So Tanner Roark thinking, hey, Steven Strasburg's on cruise control, 3-0 lead. I'm just going to kick it today in the bullpen. Finds himself in the heat of battle here on the 4th of July against the Giants. In case you missed it, and you're out flipping some burgers, Steven Strasburg feeling a little something in his side. That was 3 pitches before he shut it down. This is 2 pitches before he shut it down. Maybe got a little more pain in there, a little tighter. I'm telling you, one of the most painful injuries you can have as a baseball player is the pulled oblique. So hopefully he didn't pull it. It's just a little cramp, and he'll be okay. I think that's a smart move by the Nats to get him out of this one and not try to pitch through it.
And again, that's the final line for Strasburg because the count's only 0-1 to Brandon Belt. So whatever happens here, Tanner Roark will be responsible for this hitter. Strasburg threw 11 pitches, 9 strikes in the first inning. 24 over 16 after 2. 46 strikes, 46 pitches, 28 strikes through 3. And then he would throw 10 more pitches before being removed.
I mean, the only positive about that whole thing is that Tanner Roark gets as many pitches as he wants to warm up, and we get to hear all of Stranglehold by Ted Nugent.
His walk-up song. He threw about probably his first 20 pitches or more off the full windup. He's taking some off the stretch here.
Never having pitched, I would think it'd be weird to come in for an injury as a pitcher and to do your whole routine in front of 40,000 people. We're used to doing it in a dark corner somewhere in the outfield.
He's had 2 or 3 short conversations with Will Little, the home plate umpire. And of course, Tanner, a former starter, he's done both, but really, as far as major league experience, more starting than relieving. So he's going to take a little longer than the average guy coming in from the pen. Storybook season last year, 15 wins, 10 losses, 31 starts. He was 4 outs short of 200 innings. By far the biggest workload of his professional career.
Well, Steven Strasburg looked like he was on cruise control today. Staked to a 3-run lead. Had the fastball working. The curveball was good for the out pitch. He was throwing the fastball by the Giants in hitting counts. And so his first 2 starts after the disabled list kind of picked up here today where he left off against the Giants. And we're hoping he's okay.
Tanner's ready. Visits from Desmond and Ramos. Brandon Crawford on deck. Brandon Belt, the hitter. 2 outs, bases empty, 4th inning.
I remember Tanner Roark pitched that second game against the Phillies in the doubleheader. Lasted 3 1/3, gave up 12 hits and 8 runs. So one of his roughest outings as a major leaguer last time out on the 28th in game 2 of the doubleheader against the Phillies.
And for those of you who don't join us every day here on Masson, the Nationals have a club policy to not disclose any injury information during a ball game. And on that foul ball, it's 0-2 to Brandon Belt. Strasburg walked him first time. Belt was picked off of first by catcher Wilson Ramos for the second out, 2nd inning. Target on the edge, and it's up and away. Belt career against Roark, 1 for 1 with a single. Espinosa in short right field. Ball goes to the first baseman, Clint Robinson. And so Tanner Roark takes care of that business. He'll be around for a while today.
He's perfect.
George leading the way. Teddy will overtake or be overtaken by Tom here.
Herman Munster in last place.
And do you get the feeling they're running in formation? Although Abe's got to pass Teddy, right?
I don't know.
So not quite 1 through 6, but the father of our country does win on the 4th of July.
Of course. Still trying to wrap my head around Calvin Coolidge. He was on the White Shadow, right?
Busted bat. Clint Robinson's on first base. That's the first Nationals hit after 9 in a row, and Clint Robinson still having a good series.
Last night, 1-0 game. Buster Posey with a home run. You're thinking this one might be a tough one because Jake Peavy was on cruise control. Bryce Harper with a nice walk in front of Clint Robinson, and then a location mistake by Jake Peavy. He's supposed to be a two-seamer down the way. He pulled it across to the inner half of the plate, and Clint Robinson with his 4th home run and maybe the biggest moment of his career. Maybe not maybe.
First curtain call inside to Danny Espinosa. Danny with a fly ball to center. First time up, 4 for 14 career against Bumgarner. On the inside edge. Espinosa surprised by that call. Swinging a 300 bat from the right side of the plate this year.
And how about both lefties in the lineup today with hits off Madison Bumgarner?
Yeah.
Lefty's hitting just 197 off him this year. Bryce Harper checking in the first with a homer, and Clint Robinson now with the base hit in the 4th.
Well, what you're seeing from Clint is exactly what we saw in spring training. As you called it, a low maintenance, quiet setup, nice swing, able to hang in against lefties and doing some damage against all pitching right now. 1-2. Espinosa sees the pitch low, and the count goes even.
Well, I think the reason the Nats signed Robinson in the offseason is they saw that low maintenance swing, and when you see a guy that gets his foot down early, there's a lot to his approach. Those make for the best pinch hitters late in the game. Guys that can go 5, 6, 7 days without playing and still hit a 95-mile-an-hour fastball. The hitters that are timing guys with the hands moving, the leg kicks, those are guys that need to play in order to have their timing every day. You think of all the best pinch hitters throughout history, those are the guys that pretty much just stand there and hit.
Espinosa with a roller out towards short. And Danny too quick for the relay as Crawford got it to panic for the first out.
4th of July, how about some ice cream? Well, we're going to make it on the 6th of July. It's presented by Good Humor. Monday the 6th, the Nats take on the Reds at 7:05. Yesterday, I think it said Cardinals. $1 ice cream novelties will be available at select Nats dog stands until the start of the 6th inning. Then we cut you off because you got to drive home. Get your tickets now at nationals.com. She wants to be here on $1 Monday ice cream. I can tell right now.
Do a little decorating on the front of that shirt.
It's so cute. It's my favorite part about $1 Ice Cream Mondays. We show the kids and just how they're wearing the ice cream instead of eating it.
Danny and Desmond has been in swing mode against Bumgarner so far. Struck out first time up.
He's been in swing mode since opening day. If you're going to be a guy that's a swinger, you have to be a good bad ball hitter. And what do I mean by that? Vladimir Guerrero was a swinger. He came up, no game plan whatsoever. He grabbed whoever's bat out of the bat rack, walk up there and hit. But he was a good bad ball hitter. He could hit one on a hop. He could hit one over his head. He could hit one 5 feet out of the strike zone for a double to right center. So that's okay if you're going to be aggressive, but you have to be able to hit balls as well as strikes.
upstairs after the fastball was taken for a strike. And it's 1-2 to the Nats shortstop, now hitting .216.
Otherwise, as an opponent, I don't have to throw you strikes.
That was a close breaking ball as a roundhouse curve came in and just missed.
I mean, this game's hard. You're going to go up there and sit on a fastball and say, I'm convinced he's throwing one, and swing at a curveball in the dirt. It happens to every hitter, even the best. But the game's a lot easier when you get the ball in the strike zone, especially off the elite pitchers like a Bumgarner, a Kershaw, the good left-handers throughout baseball.
And the 2-2 stays outside. A lot of off speed here. Good runner at first base. Matt Williams up by 3 as he convinced Desmond can make contact here. Start that runner.
I don't think you start the runner here. Not unless it's just a straight steal and you get a great jump.
Espinosa stays at first on a strikeout. And he and Desmond looks at one low in the zone. Madison Bumgarner, 4th K of the day.
It looked low initially, but Buster Posey does a great job of framing the low pitch. And he's as good as it gets back there, too. A lot like Jose Lobaton.
Yeah, pretty good pitch on the Nissan pitch track. And here's Tyler Moore.
And Bumgarner hasn't surrendered a stolen base all this season. He hasn't surrendered one in his last 151 innings. So it's not a guy you run on. He's very quick to the plate, and he has a good move to first base.
Yeah, he had Espinosa moving backwards on that pitch. So all of his strikeouts, the 7, 8, and 9 hitters today. Sound you heard from the on deck circle. Tanner Roark on deck. 1-1. And the big breaking ball dropping straight down.
Yeah, Bumgarner's done a nice job of settling into this game after there was some missiles flying all over the place in the bottom of the first. And if you remember that game in 2012 when he gave up the 3 home runs, it was about 140 degrees and he didn't make it. Today a lot different for him out there with the temperature, and he's been able to settle down, settle in, go to his off speed. And you see the 20 pitch first inning with the 2 home runs and the 3 runs. That's been it. He's been good since. And when I say that's been it, that's a lot off a guy like Madison Bumgarner.
Pitch count into the low 60s here in the 4th inning. And Tyler Moore right off the end of the bat.
But you like the game plan early from Rick Shue and his hitters. To say, we're not waiting around for anything. Let's come out hacking. No need to get into that curveball slider count. See a first pitch fastball up, go get it. That's what Escobar did. That's what Taylor did. Bryce Harper didn't wait around too long for his home run. Wilson Ramos swung early in the count with the 4 hits to start this game up.
Tyler Moore deep to left. How close to the foul pole, and pretty far to the left as it kept on hooking. Fair for a while. And Tyler Moore flirting with his 5th home run of the year.
Giants fan caught it. And Tyler Moore's 2-strike approach has been nice. He spreads out, really doesn't stride, just throws the hands. And for a second, just a second, he thought he had himself one.
4 homers this year, 22 in his career. And this one's fair. Heading for the gap. Off to the races is Danny Espinosa. Takes a high bounce. He'll score easily. The Nationals lead 4-0. That is some kind of at bat from your number 8 hitter.
And that's got a huge break. That ball hit the fence and stayed in the park. It looked like it might bounce into the Giants bullpen. And look at the 2-strike approach from Tyler Moore. Just got done talking about how he spreads out, no stride, throws the hands, plays pepper. And in a game where you don't see a lot of hitters today making 2-strikes adjustments, Tyler Moore does every single time. This time it pays off. You see the bounce off the fence, and that allows Danny Espinosa to score easily on the 2-strike double, the 6th of the year from Tyler Moore. Great at bat.
RBI number 14. Here's Tanner Roark. And he goes to the gap, but that's where they're playing. And the rookie Ryan Lawless over there to grab it. What a swing by Tanner Roark. Now the Nats lead by 4 through 4 on the 4th. For a better tomorrow. And by Navy Federal Credit Union, proudly serving the armed forces and their families for over 80 years. And we air today's game on Mass and in celebration of Independence Day. Today, America celebrating its 239th birthday.
Right behind Johnny Holiday.
Wow. Shot across the bow on the Anacostia River on the 4th of July. Just remember, FP, they got a half-hour post-game show.
Oh.
Johnny and Ray always have the last word.
I love that lampshade lid right there. That was awesome. Now the dude's ready for a foul ball.
Is that guy in the middle at every game now?
He is. He's on TV more than we are. I like it. It's good effort. It's just a festive day at the yard. Best day of the year at the ballpark.
Other than?
Well, I don't know. I think because it is the 4th of July, Tay, I'm in the moment. I'm going to say the 4th of July game at Nats Park is better than opening day. Is that fair? I think it's a great tradition that Major League Baseball.
This is America. You're entitled to your opinion. I'm not offended.
It's a great tradition that Major League Baseball gives the Nats a home game every single year in the 11 o'clock start. I love it. It's perfect.
Clint Robinson to the bag. Tanner Roark gets a couple of rollover ground balls to Clint. For the Achiever and You PNC Bank. Good to see Matt Perk in the organization, pitching at Hagerstown.
He needs to perk up with that pitcher a little bit.
3.25 ERA, 17 Ks, a few walks in 28 innings. Third round pick in 2011, Matt Perk, 6'4", 220. Ryan Lawless, the hitter. Major League debut day, a day he'll remember forever. He bounced out to Clint Robinson first time up.
Okay. Are those better than the Nats? We got a lid war right now.
I'm trying to adjust to seeing the Giants in blue caps. Desmond, outstanding play, and then Robinson gravitates back down to the bag. 2 down. Well played on both ends.
Ryan
especially
Lawless,
the front end.
Ryan Lawless thinking he has his first major league hit right there, and Ian Desmond says, not on my watch. Going to the backhand side, 3-hopper, throws across his body. So Desmond with a bunch of nice plays last night makes a nifty one here in the top of the 5th to rob Ryan Lawless of what might have been an infield single. So which ones you got? Giants or Nats?
I get the Nats just because, again, the Giants in blue caps, it's a little different for me.
Oh, I want one of those. I want one of those.
I mean, that's a good look.
That's sharp.
One ball, one strike to Justin Maxwell.
Pats, they're in there too.
Oh,
those are sharp.
Nice.
I think they win. I'm going with that one, winner. I've been in DC 5 years. I know how to do this. I'm taking the Pats. Politically correct, baby. I don't know the way Phil Cuzzy's wearing his so much. He needs to pull it down a little bit, but I like the Pats. Nah, Mark Wiedemeyer's not giving that one a good look. Sorry.
2-1, and late with that is Maxwell, who still has the Giants' only hit of the day.
I like the Pats because it's got the Major League logo on it. They win. Except for Phil's is just about 4 sizes too small. No, I said 7 3/8, not 6 3/8.
Two pitch. Swing and a miss on a heater upstairs. 4 straight as Tanner Roark comes in and picks up where Steven Strasburg let off. Michael A. Taylor's had a good day. Second leadoff homer of the year. 4-0 Nats.
The bottom of the 5th inning. True Storm doing a nice job, as he always does on camera. Our Washington, D.C. Lexus dealers are donating $250 to the Children's National Health System for every home run a Nats player hits this season. So keep them coming. It's for a wonderful cause. Lexus, the pursuit of perfection.
Yeah, Taylor and Harper tacking on $500 today. And he hits one hard to right center. It's going to fade back to Maxwell for the first out. 5th inning. Yunel Escobar 1 for 2 with a double. Keeps on hacking, Dan.
He does, Bob. Some interesting numbers on Yunel Escobar. His walk rate is actually down from where it was last season, and his strikeout rate is up a bit, but he's still really performing well. His batting average, on-base percentage, and slugging are all at least 40 points higher than what they were last year. And again, that comes down to what the Nationals love about Escobar, his work ethic, and every day the fact that he sticks with the same approach. He doesn't deviate from his game plan, and it's resulted in big things for him offensively.
89 hits on the year. Batting average of .318. On base percentage in the lower 370 range.
And animated every single pitch, every at bat all year. Thought that one was low.
Two for 5 career against Bumgarner, including his double today. He gets jammed on that one, and Joe Panica's under it. 2 quick outs, 5th inning. Bryce Harper next.
All right, American Standard. Who's hot, who's not? Bryce Harper against lefties this year versus last. Check it out. Well, last couple of years, actually. .333 against lefties this year. The on-base percentage, the slugging percentage. I mean, there's a time when you brought in a left-hander to face Bryce Harper every single time and you had success. It's not the case. He's made the adjustment. He's used the whole field. Not in pull mode against lefties, and he's taken his hits. Not trying to do too much.
Celebrate the season with the American Standard All-Star Sales Event. Visit MidAtlanticComfort.com for amazing rebate and financing opportunities.
I mean, that was like a fireworks show. Did you hear that foul ball? And the fans just went, ooh. And here's the home run in the first inning. You see the fastball to Buster Posey was supposed to be away. Bumgarner threw it to the inner half. Bryce Harper ready for it and shot it into his own bullpen to make it a 3-0 game.
Number 25 for Bryce. 60 RBIs, breaking ball low and outside.
And his 5th against lefties this year. He's even got stars and stripes on the strap of his shin guard.
Wearing the old stirrups with the sanitary socks under him. And with every home run, Bryce sets a new career high. Just beyond 1 o'clock here at Nationals Park. We have stadium employees and some members of our crew who've been here since the wee hours of the morning. We salute them on this 4th of July. BCFP, DK here at the ballpark for you. Johnny and Ray. They've already done their pregame thing. They'll be waiting for some postgame action with Nats Extra in about the next hour and a half. A long work day for a lot of folks so that we can enjoy this holiday. We salute them. That's outside, 3-1. Bryce Harper takes another walk right in front of an unhappy Madison Bumgarner. That'll be his 60th walk of the year.
Now, Bryce walked 3 times last night, and you had a feeling the Giants circled him and said he's not going to beat us in this series. One of those was an intentional walk from Bruce Bochy. But you also get the feeling that Madison Bumgarner is a guy that says, I don't care what the game plan says. I'm not pitching around this guy. I'm going after him. And you had some frustration right there after the cutter missed 3-1.
Curveball drops to the outside corner On Wilson Ramos, who's 1 for 2. Hit the ball sharply twice. Clean single to left in the first. Hot shot to Brandon Belt in the third. And that one getting in on Ramos's hands. The shortstop Crawford goes to first. 5th inning over. It's been a grind for Madison Bumgarner today. The Nats have 4 runs off him, 4 innings to go.
It's the 4th 10-year Tuesday of the season, Tuesday, July 7th at Nats Park. First 10,000 fans in attendance. You get a 10-year anniversary lapel pin. 7:05 matchup against the Reds. In order to claim this item, visit Nationals.com to purchase your ticket today.
Tanner Roark, 4 outs on 14 pitches, 9 strikes. So face Madison Bumgarner leading off in the 6th inning. Struck him out first time did Steven Strasburg, who had to leave with some discomfort in his left side after 3 2/3. Bumgarner, 8 hits on the year, 2 of them home runs, 3 RBIs. Boy, he takes some big hacks.
It's a good slider by Roark, late break, and Madison Bumgarner's grouchy right now.
Fastball up, and that's it for that AB. Tanner Roark, 2 Ks in a row. 5 hitters in a row. Top of the order now for the Giants.
Time for Toyota Ks for Kids. Washington area Toyota dealers want to help children and their families by making a donation of $37 to the Children's Inn at NIH for every strikeout by a Nats pitcher this season. See the Giants box score. Not a whole lot going on.
Yeah, 1 flare by Justin Maxwell back in the 3rd. Giants are a good contact team, good on base percentage team. The Nats have struck out 5 of them today. And here's Gregor Blanco, 0 for 1 with a ground ball and a walk. Tries to bunt his way aboard.
The Nats have a 1-hitter going on.
I know.
I just want to say that because we're not jinxing anything. We've had more practice in not jinxing perfect games and no-hitters this year than we've ever had before. He's throwing really good. He's having one of those special days. 9 up, 9 down.
Inside 1-1.
No base runners yet. Look for yourself.
Very efficient.
He's been outstanding. Text your friends. There's something special going on. I got it down now. I'm good. I'm ready for the next one. Which, anytime that guy gets on the mound, you just don't know.
His next appearance will be against the Reds, who come in here after the Giants depart. Giants, Reds, Orioles, and then the All-Star break. 1-2 pitch. Roark with the fastball. I mean, blasting that ball to the outside edge up in the zone. The 3 Ks in a row.
Seems like Will Little's looking for strikes right now. What did Pitch Track think about this one? I thought it was up and away. It was up. Definitely up. Gregor Blanco, not a big guy. Look where this ball, I mean, that's letter high when it crosses the strike zone. And Tanner Roark and the Nats will take it.
Yeah, Will Little was giving the low strike early. Here's Joe Panik 0 for 2. Fly ball to center, ground ball to short. And Roark getting ahead of him. Tanner has a chance to swoop in for a W today. His record's 3-3. 21 appearances, 6 starts. He was kind of the guy who glued the rotation together while Doug Fister and Steven Strasburg were hurt, with a lot of help from the call-up Joe Ross.
Well, you can make the argument that so far he didn't really have time to think today. Just went in there and pitched. In his last start, second game of doubleheader, you have all day to sit around and think about it. And when you're not starting, long relief, closer, setup guy, everything he's done this year, can't be easy.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
And how many teams have the luxury of rolling in a 15-game winner as your long guy after your starter comes out?
I'd say the answer to that is no other teams have that luxury right now.
Right.
2-2 pitch. He went with the breaking ball at 78. Matt Duffy on deck. And a 3-2 with a 4-0 lead. He goes fastball, gets the ground ball. Danny Espinosa. And Wilmington, Illinois, your guy is pitching really well out of the bullpen today. Tanner Roark, 7 straight. Series before the Sunday night game tomorrow night that'll feature Jordan Zimmerman and Ryan Vogelsong. 8 o'clock on ESPN. Then we're back on Masson for everything until the All-Star break. There is a Fox game next Saturday. But 3 with the Reds. Night games Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, then on to Baltimore for that final series before the break. Clint Robinson, bottom of the 6th. Madison Bumgarner with his 77th pitch. Busted Clint's bat last time, but Robinson dropped a base hit out to center field. Nats have out-hit the Giants 6-1. Robinson's batting average now just 2 clicks under 270.
Seen 3 sliders to start this at bat up. 3 in a row.
So the Nats box. 4 of the 6 hits in a row to start the game. Taylor homer first pitch. Escobar first pitch double. Harper early in the count 2-run homer. Ramos single. And then a leadoff hit by Clint Robinson 4th inning with 2 outs after a great at bat. Tyler Moore's double drove him in. Nationals won that game last night, gathering only 3 hits. Robinson's homer, Span and Escobar in the first inning. But they've given the Giants only 6 hits in a game and a half here. And San Francisco came in with the highest batting average in the National League, 271 entering yesterday. So the AB here from Nissan, 1 pitch up. Everything else pretty much away. Robinson turns on one. Fair ball, right field corner at the 3:35 mark. And Clint Robinson 2 for 3 against one of the best left-handers in the game right here.
What an at-bat. I mean, an 8-pitch at-bat. Madison Bumgarner goes with a 3-2 slider to Clint Robinson, and he's on it. Stays in there nice, pulls the hands in. Head down to the baseball. Clint Robinson locked in, ladies and gentlemen. And you have to believe that home run last night gave him so much confidence that he doesn't even care if he's facing Madison Bumgarner today. 2 for 3 and counting for Roy Hobinson. 30-year-old rookie finding his stride. This is great.
Danny Espinosa 0 for 2, and that's way inside.
I just root for guys like that. Even Ryan Lawless in left field today, 7 years in the Giants minor league system. Guys that pay their dues, ride a lot of buses, stay in a lot of bad hotels for the love of the game, finally getting their chance. It's what makes this game so great. One of my favorite things about baseball. Guys that don't give up.
Espinosa rips one. Ricochets from the third baseman to the shortstop. And then Brandon Belt wandered off the bag at first. All kind of things going on there.
You score that.
They might have had Robinson at second. He was well off the bag.
5 to 6 to 2.5, not 3, because he wasn't on first.
To me, that's a base hit.
It's got to be. First of all, Matt Duffy had none chance. This ball was a bullet. So it's a hit right here, but then it ricochets straight to Brandon Crawford. And for some reason, the other Brandon in the infield forgot to cover first. Maybe he thought he had to be the cutoff man if that ricocheted into center field, so he was kind of wandering in the middle of the field. just for a step or two, and that was the difference as it ricocheted right to Brandon Belt. That's all I can come up with.
Yeah, base hit all the way for Danny Espinosa.
So right when you think Espinosa has no luck at all, it turns out he has tons of luck because Belt was running in to be the cutoff man.
Yusmeiro Petit in the Giants bullpen. So the Nats have 8 hits now. Gathering them in bunches today, and at a big spot for Ian Desmond. Bruce Bochy on his way, and that looks like it's it for Madison Bumgarner, who just now turns around and looks at the bullpen, and he's done. Nats will knock him out after 5+ innings on 8 hits. He walked 1, struck out 4, gave up 2 homers, hit hard early, and his bad run of pitching at Nationals Park continues. 86 pitches, 54 strikes. And this call to the bullpen packaged by the UPS store. Your one-stop shop for all your small business needs. Let us handle your mailbox service needs. We love logistics.
Just wanted to thank all our military and servicemen for everything they do for our country. Happy 4th of July.
Well said, Clint Robinson. Well done, Clint Robinson, with the bat in this series. So it's 1st and 2nd, nobody out, 6th inning. 30-year-old right-hander Yusmeiro Petit, who had that amazing outing against the Nats in Game 2 of the playoffs last year, takes over here. And he had some stretches where he just kept retiring guys inning after inning, not giving up anything.
I think he pitched 32 2/3 innings in that game. In the National League Division Series. Fastball 88, slider 84, curveball 77, changeup 81.
Yeah, against the Nats, that was 6 innings of 1-hit ball. He did walk 3, struck out 7, but he kept that game going for the Giants before the Belt home run won it. So here's Ian Desmond, 0 for 2 against Petit. Robinson and Espinosa, 2nd and 1st.
I think up by 4, you let Ian Desmond swing right here, just because you're toward the bottom of your order. And if you bunt, you walk Tyler Moore to get to Tanner Roark, so that's why Matt Williams letting his shortstop swing away. Even though you want one more run if you're Matt Williams to take away that grand slam tie the ball game 1 swing thing away from the Giants.
And you know Tanner's going to bat again and pitch a couple more innings. Outside, 2-1.
Right idea. Thinking about going the other way in this situation. Even though you're not going to bunt with runners on first and second, nobody out, up 4-0, you can still make a productive out or think about driving in the run to the right side.
Two with nobody out. And Desmond pops it straight back. Posey has a look. And it's about 3 rows over the screen. Nats facing a lefty starter. Brought to you by Jeep and the numbers attached for the 17th time this year. Winning 11 of the previous 16.
That's not a lot of lefty starters halfway through the season.
I was thinking the same thing, especially when you look at the Cubs.
16 is all they faced.
Chicago 11.
81 games.
That's in the dirt. Desmond IDs it, and it's 3-2.
No offense to Madison Bumgarner, but Manny Banuelos might have been the best lefty they faced this year in Atlanta the other night. He was solid.
Debut. Everything away from Ian Desmond here. Right off the end of the bat. Desmond trying to beat the relay. He will. And that'll be first and third with 1 out. Turns out to be productive with Robinson to third.
A good slide by Danny Espinosa. He got on Brandon Crawford. The ball not hit hard enough to turn the double play, but because of Espinosa's speed, he got past Joe Panik. Panik had notions of tagging Espinosa and throwing to first, but Espinosa too fast for that. Panik had to flip to Crawford, and Crawford in traffic couldn't turn it. I get Espinosa going after Crawford. Clean slide. I always like when middle infielders go after middle infielders. As a middle infielder, you can do whatever you want to me, because I'm going to do it to you. I don't think middle infielders ever really have a problem with other middle infielders coming in hard, because they know they're going to be standing there and you have a chance to get me back. When you have a problem is when it's a left fielder or center fielder or somebody that's never going to have to turn a double play if they come get you and go way out of the baseline.
Tyler Moore, fair ball, left field corner. Robinson scores. Desmond will score. The Nats are piling it on now. 2 more here in the 6th, and it's 6-0. Tyler Moore, a 3 RBI 4th of July.
I'll tell you what, the Nats have had a lot of success from the 8th spot in their order this year. I'd like to know how it stacks up to the rest of the National League. When you talk about Danny Espinosa for a big part of the year hitting 8th, Michael Taylor doing a nice job hitting 8th, and now Tyler Moore today hitting 8th with 3 RBIs, a couple of doubles. So double animal style for Tyler Moore, and 3 RBIs. I mean, you think about who's hit in that spot this year and what they've done, and that's a spot generally in the National League that doesn't do any damage. You go right after them. It's not an easy spot to hit. The Nats have been lucky this year to get production from that 8th spot.
Tanner Roark puts it in play to right. Tyler Moore back to tag, not going anywhere. Maxwell hits the cutoff man, 2 outs. So the book closed on Madison Bumgarner, who gives up 6 runs on 8 hits and 5+ innings, a walk, 4 strikeouts, 2 home runs.
So if you joined us late, it was an 11 o'clock start. I don't blame you. Maybe you didn't get up early enough. Well, the first pitch in the bottom of the 1st from Madison Bumgarner left the yard, went into the seats, and it was 1-0 Nats. Wake and rake for Michael Taylor right out of the gate, leadoff homer. And the more you see from Michael Taylor, the more he plays, the more there is to like. You could see the talent there even last year when he got called up early this season, but maybe a little bit nervous in April. Not playing every day, which is, a lot of minor leaguers have trouble with that adjustment. And now he's getting an extended look, and you're seeing the real Michael Taylor.
Sun shining brightly now in Nationals Park. 9-1 the hits. 6-0 lead here. Bottom of the 6th inning. Another crowd of 41,000 plus. And the 0-2 is up and away. And Taylor on the off speed couldn't get to it. The Nats pick up 2 more. Tyler Moore, a pair of doubles and 3 runs batted in.
Steven Strasburg cruising along. Fastball was fantastic again today, and he grabbed his side on a pitch to Buster Posey, and then one more pitch to Buster Posey and a ground out to second base. And watch the react from Strasburg. Kind of reaches toward his side again. Everybody in the dugout saw it. Matt Williams came out, and they decided that would be enough. Don't know exactly what it is, but if it's the oblique, smart move to get him out of there before it got worse. 6-0 as we head to the top of the 7th.
3-4-5 for the Giants. Tanner Roark throwing a strike to the inside edge.
And it's just been one thing after another from Steven this year. His foot, his ankle injury, running sprints in spring training, that affected his back and his shoulder. And maybe his delivery throughout the course of the 2015 season. Now, right when you're seeing him as good as he's ever been, something going on with his side. And stay tuned after the game. We'll let you know.
Tanner Roark, first 2 1/3, 27 pitches, 18 strikes. To retire 7 straight batters. Danny Espinosa on a ball that went scooting by the mound. Outs keep on coming.
Go watch the Peanuts play. They have great promotions, great giveaways. You can see Lucas Giolito flirt with no-hitters. Aaron Barrett throw a rehab 1-inning stint and then leave everybody in big league. And for all your tickets and promotional information, go to PotomacNationals.com. And you can get the Bufferine thing on Sunday. That's tomorrow, right? For the Wilson Ramos Mutant giveaway. And by the way, Aaron Barrett stuck around for that game.
He did. He told me he stuck around for a while.
I just wanted to give him some grief on TV.
Buster Posey, 2 ground balls to Espinosa. And this one on a play to the right side. Buster 1 for 6 in the series with that go-ahead home run last night. This one to right, and Bryce Harper will play it on a hop. Giants have their first base hit since the 3rd inning.
Pretty swing. Extends his hitting streak to 10 games with that base hit.
15 hits in those 10 games. Brandon Belt. First man Tanner Roark pitched 2, inherited an 0-1 count before he hit a ground ball to Clint Robinson, ending that 4th inning.
And pitch number 36 coming from Roark, and if he's efficient here the last couple of innings, he can finish this game. And that's a guy that's been stretched out to over 100 pitches, so 37, 38. I mean, he can go 100 pitches.
He's been topping out at 93 on that fastball.
Made a nice adjustment from his last start. He's getting the ball down, mixing it up nice. He was elevated in Philadelphia, and the Phillies hitters took advantage. Turned out to be a nice day. We got here today, it was pouring rain. You're thinking, come on, it's DC, it's the 4th of July, it's got to be sunny. Baseball game, and all of a sudden, right around what, 10:30, the clouds broke, the sun came out, turned into a beautiful day.
Yeah. Ball game delayed really by only 19 minutes. That's trouble into the left field corner. Beyond the reach of Tyler Moore. Heading for third, Posey. Tyler gets it back in quickly. And the Giants have second and third, 1 out. It's the first time in this series they've had back-to-back hits.
Back-to-back hits going the other way. Nice piece hit by Buster Posey, staying inside the ball, going the other way. And Brandon Belt, same way. 2-seam fastball down away. Stays on it nice. Kind of tails away from Tyler Moore. He had a beat on it. And now for the first time, Tanner Roark finds himself in a little bit of a high-stress situation. Second and third, 1 out. Steve McCaddy on the horn.
Got Crawford on a ground ball, his first time.
I mean, are dugouts the only place in America that have phones with cords on them still? I mean, where else? Airports, maybe? Are there pay phones in airports still?
I haven't looked for one in about 10 years.
Yeah.
In the air to center.
He's got a good arm, and Posey doesn't run well. Down by 6.
Great throw. Ball dropped by Ramos as the runner flashed by.
That was aggressive by the Giants. I thought there's no way in the world Buster Posey's going right here. Down by 6. Michael Taylor can throw. Could have got behind this ball a little bit better. I don't think he thought Posey was going. If he times that up and runs toward home plate and catches it all in one motion, he gets a little more on that throw. Watch him catch this flat-footed, but still a wonderful throw, a one-hopper right on the money. And once again, Wilson Ramos has trouble handling an outfield throw. You've seen him drop more than he's caught.
Here's Ryan Lawless, the left fielder. And the ball slapped out to center. Taylor's there for that one. So Roark makes the Giants put the ball in play. They get a run out of it. And at the 7th inning stretch, the Nats lead 6-1. It's our Hyundai 7th inning stretch. Test drive the award-winning Elantra today at your local Hyundai dealer. Tanner Roark doing his thing, and a healthy 5-run lead at the stretch.
It's a great day at the ballpark so far. I mean, Steven Strasburg was cruising. We hope he's okay, like you said. Tanner Roark doing a great job out of the bullpen, and happy 4th of July, everybody.
But you love it when you can take a young guy like Michael A. Taylor. Denard Span gets the day off, fighting off some bumps and bruises lately. Morning game after an evening game. Taylor comes out and does what he does. And then you got Tyler Moore batting 8th, and he comes out with a couple of doubles and 3 RBIs.
And they didn't let Madison Bumgarner settle into this game. And when you have bad memories as a player from a former performance at a ballpark, last time Bumgarner pitched here on the 4th of July 2012, he gave up 3 home runs. So what do? They come out, they're not waiting around. First pitch of the game, home run. Bumgarner, I can't settle into this game. Escobar comes up, first pitch off the top of the wall. Bryce Harper goes deep. He didn't have a time to find his rhythm, and he's already thinking about the last time he pitched here. So the key to the game so far today has been the first inning.
Yeah, in that case, what a difference 3 years doesn't make for Madison Bumgarner, who's such an outstanding pitcher. But the Nats got him early today. And here they come in the bottom of the 7th inning. Escobar 1 for 3, then Bryce Harper with a homer and a walk, and Wilson Ramos 1 for 3. 2-3-4, 7th inning.
Hey, nice tie, Ty, by the way.
You too.
There's a lot of grouchy players this morning. Have you noticed that? I'm hearing more snappage than you normally hear in a game, and it's just due to lack of sleep. Yeah, night game, day game. Everybody's on edge. I shouldn't say night game, day game. Night game, morning game.
Yeah. 1 ball, 1 strike. Escobar 1 hit away from 90 on the year in the Nationals' 81st game. There it goes. Another multi-hit game for Escobar. He's 2 for 4 today. Double to deep center field and a loud single here in the 7th out to left center.
I mean, this is what we've seen all year long. If it's the first time you're seeing the Nats play today, Escobar grinds out every single pitch, every single at-bat all season long. He doesn't give any away. In a 6-1 game with an 11 o'clock start, there's a tendency as a player to lose focus and say, I've already got a hit today, I'm okay. But you saw the emotion on the first pitch. You saw that hit. Yunel Escobar, professional hitter. He's as good as it gets.
Yeah, and he's got a thing going with Petit. Now 4 for 5 career against him.
It's just not that easy for 6 months in over 500 plate appearances to grind out every single at-bat. And so far this year, Yunel Escobar has.
Bryce Harper sees a right-hander, was jumping all over that. Giancarlo Stanton disabled, has 27. Now Bryce ties Todd Frazier. So look at this. The 4 top guys, at least Arenado, tied with Albert Pujols. National League well represented in power this year.
I want that bat. I've never seen one like that, have you?
Nope. Not that it had a home run attached to it.
It's still attached to it? The home run?
If memory serves me right from the first inning.
That's right. It's got the DC skyline in it, right? Look at that. It's got the monument, the Capitol.
2 balls, 2 strikes. 81 on the off speed.
Pretty good changeup. Harper way out in front. He was thinking home run number 26.
Nissan showing a great off speed pitch on the track. And the fastball is outside, 3-2.
Got to go back to the changeup right here, don't you? Show fastball away. Threw him a changeup, swing and a miss. Goes back, fastball away. You're thinking changeup right here, 3-2. Tough to sit on a 3-2 changeup if you're a hitter, but it's got to be in Bryce Harper's mind somewhere. Changeup, here it comes.
And Harper might have been sitting on it. This ball's going to sit on the turf. It's going to go on the track. Escobar to third. And Bryce Harper checks in with another extra base hit. His 45th of the year.
You can't fall into patterns against good hitters. Bryce Harper's a baseball player. He's a smart baseball player. He thinks with you. And in sitting up here, obviously the game's moving a lot slower. You saw what Buster Posey and Pettit were doing right here. It was fastball away, changeup. Fastball away, changeup. And they went with the changeup 3-2. Bryce Harper just caught that off the sweet spot. Or it would have been home run number 26. And it must be nice to be that strong to miss a ball for a double.
Yeah, he only hit it about 365 or 70.
I think right now pitchers are doing Bryce Harper a favor when they throw him off speed. He has been on everything soft from everybody for about the last 2 weeks.
Wilson Ramos looking to elevate to make this a 7-1 game or more. He's 1 for 3 today. 36 runs batted in. And against Yasmera Petit career, he's 0 for 2. Looked like time was out before that throw.
I haven't seen that since I was 12. I mean, this was planned. Brandon Crawford was talking to Bryce Harper, getting his attention, and Gregor Blanco comes flying in from center field for the pickoff. Unbelievable.
They'll try anything to get Bryce Harper back in the dugout.
That takes the daylight play to a whole different world. I've never seen a center fielder at the major league level come in for a pickoff. I'm kind of in shock still. Watch this. I mean, you're not going to see this every day. Look at Crawford. I mean, they're having a conversation right here. Yeah, way to swing it, Bryce. I like your swing. And that bat you're using is pretty cool, too.
You know, the first guy to react was the umpire, Jerry Davis.
I bet you that was all Bob Henley at third base, screaming back as loud as he could.
Ramos on 0-2, and he fights to stay alive.
They're still talking. Heads up, Bryce. Honestly, I don't think that was a planned play. I think Blanco just saw Bryce Harper talking to Brandon Crawford, kind of walking off the base, and maybe Gregor Blanco has some barbecue plans. I have no idea.
I don't know. That was the best range by an outfielder ever on a pickoff play.
Have you ever put 1 to 8 pickoff in your scorebook?
Never. Ramos will elevate it, but it's on the infield for Joe Panic. And now, guess who? Clint Robinson. He has a single. He has a double. And he's got a chance to drive in his 3rd or 4th runs of this series.
All right, it's time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo or strangest using hashtag NatsCouchCam, and you might, just might, see yourself in an upcoming broadcast that's brought to you by T-Mobile. Look at their walk-in Roy Hobinson.
Yeah, the newly respected Clint Robinson getting the intentional walk here. So Danny Espinosa will get to bat left-handed with the bases loaded.
I mean, I'm joking when I call him Roy Hobinson, but he pitched 2 this year, so we're not that far off on the 30-year-old rookie. Remember, Roy Hobbs was a pitcher before he was injured and came back at, what, 32 or something? A gunshot wound.
Question, where was he?
Little gunshot wound to the gut, slowed him down a little bit.
Yeah. That'll do it.
That puts you on the DL.
That's worse than an oblique. Danny Espinosa, 1 for 3.
Espinosa with a chance to put this one on ice for his ball club.
Generous call. Strike 1. One career slam for Danny. And that happened in his first week or so in the big leagues. Upstairs. Hit a grand slam in the 6th inning at Nationals Park. After being called up and as a September guy. I mean, he was hitting homers all over the place. Hit 6 homers, drove in 15 runs in his debut month that year. One, and that's outside.
Well, changeup is his best pitch, and he's been fastball away changeup. Let's see if he challenges Espinosa with a heater right here, or goes to the 2-1 changeup.
Couple of strikes on the outside edge, and now it's 2-2. Way outside with the bases loaded.
Love to hit right here if you're a hitter. You know he's got to come to you. I mean, it's not an automatic strike, but you're going to be more than aggressive in this count, knowing that if he walks you, it's an RBI. Danny Espinosa in the driver's seat, big time right here, 3-2-1 out.
6 runs on 11 hits already. Bottom of the 7th, the bases loaded, 1 out. Takes the RBI on the fastball up and away. 7-1 Washington. Dave Righetti to the mound.
Remember, Dave Righetti, it's the 32nd anniversary of his no-hitter on July 4th. It was in 1983. Against the Boston Red Sox at Yankee Stadium. It was the first by a Yankee since 1917, so July 4th for Dave Righetti, always a special day.
Sure. Now it's Ian Desmond's turn. Gene Michie for the Giants. So a couple of slams for Desmond, who's hit over 400 career in situations like this. 0 for 3 today. Looking for his first base hit of this series. Gets a piece of it to right. Coming in Maxwell. At third base, it's Harper. Here comes Bryce, and it's 8-1. Ian Desmond gets his 24th RBI.
And just like we promised you earlier in the game, it's Miller time, brought to you by Miller Lights. What shall we make our Miller moment today? How about Tyler Moore with a pair of doubles? Good 2-strike adjustment on Madison Bumgarner, spread out just through the hands, double in the gap. That scored Danny Espinosa for his first RBI, and then how about a double down the left field line to score a pair. So Tyler Moore, 2 for 3, 3 RBI. Big 4th of July day going for the Nats left fielder today.
He was 0 for 11 career against Madison Bumgarner before that first double. Got the second one against this pitcher, Petit, for the 2 runs in the 6th. Tanner Roark, 43 pitches, 30 strikes, and the Nats stretching out that lead for him. High strike, it's 1-1. So the Nats have roughed up Petit a little bit here. 3 hits, 2 walks, a sac fly. Strike 2.
But you see
reaching with that swing to stay alive.
You see the 2-strike approach, just spread out.
Yep.
Throwing the hands. It's just so refreshing in today's game to see hitters do it.
Tyler Moore now has 10 hits in his last 30 at bats, over 11 ball games. Beat San Francisco. The Nats are trying to do it again. And that ball is bolted to the left field gap. And it's another run as Tyler Moore gets enough of it to bring in Clint Robinson on a 4 RBI day. And that's your number 8 hitter.
But you see the advantage of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes. You know, so much emphasis put on the home run today that a lot of hitters don't do this, but no stride, just a roll of the wrist. Get that foot down early, a little flick, and his 3rd hit and his 4th RBI.
And Tanner Roark gets his 3rd at bat of the day here. He's lined out to left, hit a fly ball to right. Looking that one all the way in, strike 2. Gets his hacks. Now we're into the 2 o'clock hour here at Nationals Park. Ball game underway at 11:24 this morning after a delay as the grounds crew of John Turnauer had to get the field ready after some heavy rains this morning. And the Nats have never looked back in this one after the first 4 men reached base and 3 of them scored. Roark in the air to center. Gregor Blanco. The Nats put 3 more on the board on 3 hits, a couple of walks, and a 4th RBI by Tyler Moore. The Nats are dominating this one, and they could be going for a sweep tomorrow night. So come on and cheer. And then ESPN will take the game at 8:08, and you might take home a Steven Strasburg bobblehead. Have to be one of the first 25,000 fans. It's presented by Geico. 202-675-NATS. OurNationals.com if you don't yet have your tickets for tomorrow night. Today's another sellout, by the way, 40,029 here. Tanner Roark faces Justin Maxwell. Then Ahire Adrianza, who will be the pinch hitter for Yusmeiro Petit.
Little chirping from the Giants dugout. I think they thought that was down, and you see Will Little looking over there.
Justin Maxwell, one of 3 San Francisco hits, and Tanner Roark gets it in there.
Right now, Justin Maxwell saying the first one was down, that one was up. But I was told one time by a very wise man, never argue about a high off-speed pitch. Those are the ones that usually go in the seats.
Timeout now as they continue to jaw back and forth. Justin broke in with the Nats in 07, had 26 at bats, 5 hits, couple of home runs. Didn't make it back to the big leagues until the 09 season. And after a minor league season at Syracuse in 2010, had Tommy John surgery. Resurfaced with the Astros in 2012 after he tore his labrum the following summer. So Justin really has had to fight his way back to the big leagues. He's been with the Astros for a couple of years and parts of 2 years with Kansas City. 0-2 pitch. Had him reaching on the charge. Ian Desmond scoops and fires right on target. 1 out.
A nice play by Desmond. Aggressive coming in to get the ball. Based on the speed of the runner, you got to come get this ball. But watch him kind of scoop it the last top. Sidearm throw right on the money. Nice play. Right here. Watch him kind of flip this ball. Right there. And the transfer.
And a first pitch blast to right over Harper's head. Off the wall. Is there a play at second? Adrianza too quick. Ahire Adrianza doubles off the high part of that wall. Straight away right field.
You see Bryce Nolan that's going to carry him off the wall. He barehands the baseball. But Adrianza just too fast. Just like the way Bryce goes after every ball, and he thinks he can keep everybody to a single. And for the most part this year, he has.
Here's Gregor Blanco, 0 for 2 with a walk. Just the 3rd hit. Tanner Roark's given up.
Blanco's got a 10-game hitting streak on the line right here.
So Roark has pitched 3 2/3 so far. Fastball up. Roark struck him out looking first time up. Gregor 1 for 6 career against the Nats right-hander. Espinosa 1 step onto the right field grass. Escobar even with a bag at third. Ball flared to left center, and there's the hit that Blanco needs to keep his hitting streak going. Giants get a second run. It's now 9-2.
Tanner Roark might be getting a little fatigued, even though he's got 53 pitches right now. It's starting to elevate the fastball a little bit, and the Giants taking advantage with the run here in the 8th. That might get the Nats pen up, and I'm starting to see a little scramble down there.
Next up is Joe Panik. 0 for 3 today. Ground ball against Roark earlier in their first career matchup. So a runner at second, 1 out. And a little tapper. Roark grabs it, looks at second, throws to first. 2 down. Right-hander David Carpenter getting ready. So with that out, Tanner has now pitched 4 full innings in relief. Matt Duffy 0 for 3 today, and a bouncing ball against Roark back in the 7th.
I mean, you got to give Tanner Roark the MVP of this game, don't you? I mean, minus the offense doing a nice job of jumping on Madison Bumgarner early and then adding on, which is always key when you have a 3-run first. 1 in the 4th, 2 in the 6th, 3 in the 7th. But a guy that didn't think he was pitching today, thrown into action, he's been fantastic.
Yeah, same number of pitches and 1 out more than Steven Strasburg. Tanner Roark.
I don't know if they have a parade down Main Street in Wilmington, Illinois today, but they should after the performance of Tanner Roark. And I know that the corner tap is hopping right now. At least until the fireworks start.
I have a feeling there might be one of those like call networks. As soon as Tanner comes into a game, the whole town knows about it within a few minutes.
They shoot up the bat signal at the corner tap, and everybody knows
TR. You can see TR up in the clouds. Runner at second, 2 outs here in the top of the 8th. The Nationals are trying to arrive at the true halfway mark of the season with 45 wins. 1-2 pitch, way outside.
I just think when you talk about that, the key is always getting to 10 games over. Once you get 10 games over 500, then you go. That's the toughest one to get to as a ball club throughout the course of a season. And most of the time when you get there, you don't look back. 15. Go from there. 20. And if this team gets healthy, that's not out of the question, right?
That's really something, though, and maybe Matt Williams needs to start getting a little more credit for guiding this ball club through all these injuries. And with a lot of guys beat up, on pace for 90 wins.
Well, the guys that have done it need to get the credit. The bench guys have done an amazing job.
Desmond, tough play. I thought he might hold the ball. And then he's got the runner at third. He kept on running in toward the dugout to sell it to the umpire, John Hirschbeck. And this time it's Gregor Blanco caught rounding a bag.
Well, Ian Desmond says, I got your center field pickoff right here, Gregor Blanco. Baseball gods came back to get Blanco, and what a smart play by Ian Desmond. Stay with the play, Blanco with the turn, got him. There's always an out there somewhere for you. It might not be the obvious one. So you're thinking, oh, it's going to be a long throw across the infield, throw it to first base. Watch Desmond pump throw. And a pump fake and going to get Blanco, who just comes around the base. So, for you younger players, the arm fake is a wonderful tool. If you don't have a play at first base, you arm fake to first. You never know whether it's at second base or third base if you're going to catch some runner around the bag too much, and you flip to the third baseman, maybe a backdoor at second, or in that case, like Ian Desmond, you just continue momentum right toward third base and tag out Gregor Blanco. There's always an out there somewhere. Heads up play.
So the Giants a little further into their bullpen here with right-hander Gene Machie. And as Machie comes in to make his 29th appearance, high ERA of 5.16. Back end of the Giants bullpen, former closer Sergio Romo, and the closer right now is Santiago Casilla, who has 20 saves for San Fran.
Machie's fastball is 93. His slider is 81. He has a split at 86.
Andrew Susak is behind the plate working with Machie. Giants have a couple of other changes. We'll get you up to date on those in a moment. Ahire Andrianza takes over for Crawford at short, and Joaquin Arias takes over for Joe Panik at second. Taylor can't reach the breaking ball. One out in the bottom of the eighth.
Extraordinary might happen every night in baseball, but on one night, it all happens in one place. Don't miss the 86 Major League Baseball All-Star Game, where whoever wins gets Game 7 at third place, so it matters. Coverage begins at 7 p.m. Tuesday, July 14th on Fox. Yeah, both of those guys could be there. Plus a Drew Storn and a Max Scherzer. I'd say those four are legit candidates.
Absolutely.
Only thing is, third base is a little bit crowded. And Bryce Harper's voted in, but Bruce Bochy's sitting over there in the other dugout getting a good look at Yunel Escobar, who's had a good couple of games. He saw Drew Storn last night get the save, and he hasn't felt the fury of Max Scherzer yet, so I think that speaks for itself. That's one of those deals where you don't have to pitch in front of the all-star manager.
Yeah. Escobar didn't like the call on a pitch he thought was inside. Facing Gene Machie for the first time. Another good day for you now. A double, a single, 2 runs. 90 hits on the year, batting average at .319. And he was reaching for one. That's over to Duffy at third, 2 outs. Bryce Harper, one more at bat. He's made some noise today.
I mean, the question is, do you use this bat again tomorrow? I think it works on the 5th of July, too, don't you? But look at the balance. We've talked about it all year long, how he's under control, the head staying still. He's hitting off his backside this year instead of his front side, meaning, rotating off his back leg, where in the past it's been jumping toward the baseball, hitting off his front foot, with his back foot actually in the air at contact. So much more under control this year. You see the numbers as a result.
Give him the entire left side. He might be thinking about 2 here. Bryce does round the bag about a third of the way and goes back, and he has everything but a triple today as Bryce goes homer, walk, double, single.
He tried to do this. Watch. He saw the whole left side. Look at the approach. I mean, he's looking right where he wanted to hit it. That was an inside-out swing. So Bryce going all Ichiro right here the other way for his third hit of the day. He saw the defense. He saw the shift. Look at that. That's on purpose. Got a pitch that he could handle and do it with. And that's how you hit 340 plus, folks. Take what the game gives you.
Wilson Ramos 1 for 4. Right back to the pitcher. We're going to the 9th. The Nats, 9 runs on 13 hits today. Harper in the middle of it. And the bullpen to finish it up. You by Ocean City, Maryland. Put your vacation days to good use in Ocean City, Maryland. Book now at OCOcean.com.
It's a sweet jersey. I like it.
Sale right now. Bryce Harper, a big day. 3 hits on base 4 times. Casey Jansen to close it out here after 4 1/3 by Tanner Roark. 2 runs on 4 hits. Didn't walk anybody, struck out 3.
I mean, it's big stage Bryce. The only game on in Major League Baseball with the 11 o'clock start. Did you think it would go any other way?
Jansen and a swing and a miss by Buster Posey, who is 0 for 1 career against him. Pardon me, Posey out. It's Andrew Susac replacing him as the Giants brought in a pitcher and 3 new players in the 9th, or at least in the bottom of the 8th for the 9th.
Well, I got you, partner, because they have the exact same stance.
He does have a Posey stance.
It's the same. Watch the leg kick and everything.
Ball hit him. When the new week rolls around, the Mid-Atlantic Sports Report will be back with you from 5 to 6:30 every day. A special look at the 76th anniversary of Lou Gehrig's luckiest man in the world speech through the eyes of another athlete battling the disease, and that's former NFL player O.J. Briggs. A swing by Brandon Belt with the leadoff man aboard here in the 9th. One.
It's so important in every Casey Janssen outing that he stays away from the middle of the plate. I mean, he's a guy that has to live on the corners and keep you off balance. Throw what you're not looking for. And usually the out pitch is the big slow curveball. See if he goes to it right here.
Nats trying to make it 8 in a row at home, where they could be 10 over. Trying to win their 11th game in their last 14. Rolling into a new month with plenty of momentum here, with the All-Star break looming just over a week away. That's up and away. 2-2. Jordan Zimmerman goes against Ryan Vogel's song on the ESPN Sunday night game tomorrow. Nats will be going for the sweep. And Jordan throwing the ball really well. There's that breaking ball to the outside edge.
Still hasn't tried that big curveball. Brandon Belt on the fastball, following him back.
Nobody out, runner at first, 2-2.
Tried, fish ain't biting.
And a ball driven to right center. That's going to one hop the scoreboard. Susac around third. He's going to be sent by Tim Flannery. Yeah, the Giants are back on the board. Flannery not coaching third base. Pardon me.
Pretty good at bat by Brandon Belt right there. Second consecutive double, 2 for 3 now, with a walk and a pair of doubles. So fouled off some tough pitches, got something out over the plate, drove it into the gap. 9-3 ball game. Giants not giving up.
Yeah, Roberto Kelly coaching over there at third base.
The last thing Matt Williams wants to do is go deeper into his bullpen in a 9-2 game when the inning started. 9-3 now.
Joaquin Arias, the hitter. And on the foul tip, strike 2. Scooting right by the mound, and Desmond has it. Runner over to third on the first out. We'll be back with you here on MASN Monday. Anthony DeSclafani for the Reds. Doug Fister will go for the Nats. We'll get you going at 6:30 with Nats Extra on MASN. Doug Fister He's trying to even his record at 4-4, and he's 2-1 career against the Reds. That's how those guys won after being swept in Cincinnati. There's Ryan Wallace, locked up on that pitch off the inside edge. Had a chance for a couple of hits today. Desmond made a good play on his grounder in the 5th, and he lined out to Taylor in center. 7th inning.
Looking for his first big league knock.
Well, Tanner Roark takes over for Strasburg in the 4th, gets the game to the 9th. And a big rip straight back by the rookie. Wallace from Houston went to the University of Missouri. Was drafted twice and didn't sign, first by the Pirates and then by the Tigers. Giants made him a first rounder in 09, this 37th overall player taken.
Started the year in A-ball.
Yeah.
7 years in the Giants system, and now he finds himself a major leaguer.
.358 at San Jose, AA Richmond, and AAA Sacramento. Got called up just yesterday when they designated for assignment Travis Ishikawa. Hey, even Tigers have to yawn every once in a while. Another Missouri guy. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Not a play. Strike 3 on the corner. Got the call. Ryan Wallace thought he had walked. He's 0 for 4, and Justin Maxwell next.
That's a 9-3 strike, folks. Good frame by Wilson Ramos. Close enough, I guess. And the Nats 1 out away
from a series win.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Maxwell 1 for 3. Giants about to go down for the 5th time in a row, and this would be 20 losses in their last 32 games. And a ball driven to center. Michael A. Taylor, happy 4th of July. The Nats win it big. 9-3.